He's doing it because he wants to make sure they look good on screen. Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism.
In today's video, Tim Pool has some fun at the expense of The View's most famous race baiter, Sunny Hostin. Sunny Hostin recently lobbed allegations and accusations at Matt Gaetz, the nomination for Donald Trump's attorney general, based only on allegations that have never been proven to be true. Tim Pool, and I think most of society, get a good laugh at the fact that Sunny Hostin's producers made her legally apologize to Matt Gaetz for her slanderous comments that were way out of pocket. With that, let's all grab some popcorn, sit back, and watch Tim Pool destroy woke, race-hustling, idiot Sunny Hostin.
When Matt Gaetz was announced as the nominee for Donald Trump's attorney general, we bought champagne. I know, you've heard me say it, and I'm going to say it again, over and over again, because it's epic. Based AF, Donald Trump and Matt Gaetz. But the media machine and the Democrat machine is terrified of what Matt Gaetz represents. It is not a shot across the bow. Donald Trump has armed and primed a nuclear bomb on the Beltway with the name of Matt Gaetz, and they know it. Well, in a funny moment, y'all are going to love this, Sunny Hostin of The View was forced to read a legal note on The View about the allegations and how, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to lie to you every step of the way. The DOJ investigated allegations with no evidence, concluded there was no evidence nor credibility to any of it, and abandoned it. But the game they are playing with Matt Gaetz is, so long as you have been accused by anyone at any time for any reason, that's enough. So what is this? Are we going to now start accusing everybody of anything so that we can just say Jimmy Kimmel was accused? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this. Jimmy Kimmel was accused of being a pedophile on, as it pertained to the Epstein files. That's true. Many people online were claiming that Jimmy Kimmel was directly involved with what was going on with Epstein. And he got mad. He lost his mind about it. Nothing came of it. It was people speculating on the internet. But he was accused. So right now, Jimmy Kimmel is going after Matt Gaetz, calling him Caucasian Diddy and Venmo Lester. Okay, Jimmy, I hope you realize the game you're playing, because I can go on Google right now and see tons of articles about how you were accused of being an associate of Jeffrey Epstein and being involved in this. Why? Jimmy Kimmel had a good friend who was, I think it was Epstein's personal chef or something like that. But I'm not here to entertain all that garbage. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm just saying of Jimmy Kimmel, you have these accusations, which are unfounded, and Matt Gaetz, the accusations against him are unfounded as well. So don't play.
Yeah, I think it's very clear if these allegations were against a Democrat, Sunny Hostin would keep her mouth shut, and like every other normal person, would wait to see if the allegations had any truth behind them, or if he was found guilty. But they have double standards for Republicans and Democrats on the ridiculous view. Now, I don't know how much of this clip Tim's going to play, but I've seen it, and Sunny Hostin talks about the allegations about Matt Gaetz on The View as if they were fact, as opposed to just allegations. And what happened was she was forced at the end of the episode, begrudgingly, by her producers to read an apology/legal statement. I like how confident Tim Pool is about the fact that these allegations were dismissed and unfounded. Maybe he knows something that I don't. I'm a huge Matt Gaetz fan, but I'm concerned actually because he's going to have to go through heavy scrutiny during his AG Senate confirmation hearings, and all of this stuff is going to get drudged back up. The last investigation into his case was in 2024, and right before the ethics committee was going to make their findings public about the case, he resigned and said he wanted to spend time pursuing the attorney general job. So, and again, I've always been a huge Matt Gaetz fan, so I'm praying none of this is true, but it does seem like odd timing. But the positive side is he knows he'll be under scrutiny for this exact same case during the Senate confirmation hearings. So if he's willing to have this case discussed ad nauseum, I guess that would suggest he feels confident that there's nothing there. And again, I really hope there's not. On a more positive note, though, I'm hoping Tim Pool shows Sonny Hostin's apology / legal statement. It is very satisfying for any human being, which I assume is 99.9% of the planet, that can't stand this race hustling piece of garbage. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Play these stupid games. You know exactly what people are doing. But let's take a watch over at what Sonny Hostin had to say. Here we go.
It's a TV cabinet. Maybe he's doing it because he wants to make sure they look good on screen. Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi.
Hey, if you like watching videos like this one, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Let's get back to the video.
Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism, that DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
What I love about
I want everybody out there who can't stand Sonny Hostin as much as I can't stand her. We really need to enjoy this because it's as close as we're ever going to get to consequences for all the you-know-what she talks. If you saw her face and demeanor and huffing and puffing like a petulant child, that's because Sonny Hostin has never been held accountable for anything in her life. So she can't understand why she has to apologize for anything. You know, a lot of times you hear people talk about the younger generation and their sense of entitlement. Well, Sonny Hostin sure isn't part of the younger generation, but she is the poster child for entitlement. What a piece of garbage. Let's get back to the video.
The legal disclaimer is that they actually forced her to say it dispassionately and in a way that sounds as though she believes. I'm going to play that again for you. I'll play that again for you. Listen.
Skepticism.
Listen, this part. Is it going to load? Are you going to do this to me now? Let's try it again, okay?
Should be viewed with great skepticism.
Great skepticism. They instructed her, you have to really say it. You have to sell it.
That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right.
It was years. So some guy who goes to jail for soliciting minors begs Matt Gaetz for a pardon. Matt Gaetz says, I can't get you a pardon on this, dude. So the guy then reportedly concocts a scheme with this woman saying, accuse Matt Gaetz. He wants revenge. There's no reason for these people to come out and accuse Matt Gaetz of this. There's no evidence he did anything wrong. And then where it gets really funny is Jimmy Kimmel saying he paid a woman for sex on Venmo. You don't know what he paid for with Venmo. This is the stupidest thing ever. Are you seriously? You're going to go to my Venmo and be like, Tim sent money to a card shop that he was buying drugs. It's like, or I was buying magic cards. I don't know. He gave a woman money on Venmo. Yeah, maybe he owed her money. You don't know what it was for. But if we're going to play that game, anybody, anytime. I wonder if I can look up Jimmy Kimmel on Venmo. Let's see if we can because you can look up anybody on Venmo, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I'd be kind of surprised if he literally did have one. But you can just type in his name. Let's see what happens if we type in Jimmy Kimmel. And does he pop up? Oh, a bunch of Jimmy Kimmels do. Well, I'm not going to give any of them money. The point is, anybody can go on Venmo and give anybody money for any reason. It proves.
Now, what Tim Pool just said there actually gives me hope. I was not aware of this quote-unquote revenge plot by this dude that apparently was trying to get back at Matt Gaetz and make up these allegations. That's very interesting. So I pray that is the end of it. Again, I've just been a fan for a long time, and I don't mean to bring the mood down, but I think as conservatives, if Matt Gaetz or anyone that we really like is found guilty of something and there's legitimate evidence and it's really hard to argue, we can't be like the left and make excuses for people. We have to be better and we have to call it both ways. I'm praying it doesn't come to that, but inevitably down the road there will be some scandal. But I think Republicans have been good about that in the past. It's just maybe I'm speaking more for myself because I've always been a fan of the guy. Another piece of information that suggests Matt Gaetz is willing to talk about this and defend himself because there's no merit to it is he actually tweeted out that clip of The View essentially slandering him and then having to apologize and just put an eye roll emoji next to it. So I don't want that little tangent I went on there to detract from the fact that we got to see Sonny Hostin eat crow and be humbled. Anyway, that's it for this video. As always, we really appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one.